Have you ever felt stuck in life, like you're always getting the short end of the stick? Well, what if I told you there's a way to turn things around? It's called the law of attraction, and it's not some magic trick or fancy technique. It's all about changing how you think and feel inside. Imagine this. You want to be happy, but here's the thing. You need to feel happy inside first before you see that happiness show up in your life. It's like planting a seed. You can't expect a flower to grow if you haven't put the seed in the ground, right? Now here's why this is super important. If you don't change what's going on in your head and your heart, nothing around you is going to change either. It's like trying to drive a car with the handbrake on. You might push the gas pedal all you want, but you're not going anywhere. That's what happens when we keep thinking the same old thoughts and feeling the same old feelings. We stay stuck. We keep wondering why good things aren't happening to us. We might even start to believe that we're just unlucky or that life is unfair. But here's the good news. You can change this. You can take off that handbrake and start moving forward. And that's what we're going to talk about today. How to use the law of attraction to change your life. So, what exactly is this law of attraction? Think of it like a big mirror. Whatever you put in front of it, that's what you see reflected back. In life, our thoughts and feelings are what we put in front of the mirror. And what we see reflected back is our reality, the things that happen to us, the people we meet, the opportunities we get. Let me give you a simple example. Have you ever thought about pizza and then suddenly you start seeing pizza ads everywhere? Or you decide you want to buy a certain car and then you notice that car all over the road? That's the law of attraction in action. You're focusing on something and it seems to show up more in your life. But it's not just about pizza and cars. This works for everything in life, your job, your relationships, your health, your happiness. Whatever you focus on, whatever you think about most, that's what you're attracting into your life. Now I know what you might be thinking, but I don't want bad things in my life, and they still happen. And you're right. We all have negative thoughts sometimes. We all worry. But the key is to become aware of our thoughts and start choosing better ones. Think of your mind like a garden. Negative thoughts are like weeds. They'll grow on their own if you let them. Positive thoughts are like flowers. They need a bit more care, but they make the garden beautiful. The law of attraction is about learning to be a good gardener of your mind. But it's not just about thinking. It's about feeling too. Your emotions are like fuel for the law of attraction. When you feel good, you attract good things. When you feel bad, well, you attract more of what's making you feel bad. Let's say you're looking for a job. If you're feeling worried and scared, thinking, I'll never find a good job, guess what kind of experiences you're likely to have? Probably disappointing interviews and rejection letters. But if you approach your job search feeling confident and excited, thinking, the perfect job is out there for me, you're more likely to notice great opportunities and make a good impression in interviews. Now, this doesn't mean you should ignore problems or pretend everything is perfect when it's not. The law of attraction isn't about denial. It's about focus. It's about choosing where to put your energy and attention. Think about it this way. Have you ever had a day where one thing went wrong and then it seemed like everything went wrong? Maybe you overslept, then you spilled coffee on your shirt, then you got stuck in traffic. It felt like the whole universe was against you, right? But was it really? Or did that first negative experience put you in a bad mood, making you more likely to notice and attract other negative experiences? The law of attraction suggests that we can flip this around. We can choose to focus on the good things, no matter how small, and build on that positive energy. Maybe you got a compliment from a coworker, or you found a parking spot right away, or your favorite song came on the radio. When you focus on these positive things, you start to feel better. And when you feel better, you're more likely to notice and attract more positive experiences. But here's the really important part. The law of attraction isn't just about what happens to you. It's about how you respond to what happens. Two people can have the exact same experience and react completely differently. One might see it as a disaster, while the other sees it as an opportunity. The law of attraction is about training yourself to look for the opportunity in every situation. Let's take an example. Say you lose your job. That's a tough situation for anyone, but how you respond to it can make a huge difference. If you focus on how unfair it is, how scared you are, how you'll never find another job, you're setting yourself up for a difficult time. You're putting that negativity out into the universe, and you're likely to get more negativity back. But what if you chose to see it differently? What if you thought, this is a chance for me to find a job I really love? Or, now I have time to start that business I've been dreaming about. Or even just, I trust that something better is coming my way. When you approach the situation with hope and positivity, you're more likely to notice opportunities. You're more likely to make a good impression in interviews. You're more likely to have the energy and motivation to keep going even when things are tough. Now I know what you're thinking. That's easier said than done. And you're absolutely right. Changing the way you think and feel isn't easy. It takes practice, but that's why we call it the law of attraction. It's a law, like gravity. It's always working, whether we're aware of it or not. So why not learn to use it to our advantage? Think of it like learning to play an instrument. At first, it feels awkward. You hit wrong notes, you get frustrated, but you keep practicing, and slowly but surely, you get better. You start to play simple songs, then more complex ones. Before you know it, you're making beautiful music. That's what it's like to work with the law of attraction. At first, it might feel weird to catch yourself thinking negatively and try to turn it around. You might feel silly saying positive affirmations to yourself. But the more you practice, the more natural it becomes. And just like learning an instrument can bring more music and joy into your life, learning to use the law of attraction can bring more positivity and opportunity into your life. But remember, the law of attraction isn't about ignoring reality or pretending everything is perfect. It's about choosing where to put your focus and energy. It's about looking for the good, even in tough situations. It's about believing in possibilities. Think about it this way. Have you ever known someone who always seems to land on their feet? No matter what happens, they find a way to make things work out. That's not luck. That's the law of attraction in action. They expect good things to happen, so they notice opportunities that others might miss. They approach challenges with a positive attitude, so they're more likely to find solutions. You can be that person too. It starts with becoming aware of your thoughts and feelings. Pay attention to what's going on in your head. Are you constantly worrying? Are you always complaining? Or are you looking for the good in situations? Are you excited about the possibilities in your life? Once you're aware of your thoughts and feelings, you can start to change them. This doesn't mean ignoring negative emotions. If you're sad or angry, it's important to acknowledge those feelings. But then ask yourself, how can I look at this differently? What good might come from this situation? For example, let's say you're stuck in traffic. Your first reaction might be frustration. This is terrible. I'm going to be late. But what if you chose to see it differently? You could think, this gives me time to listen to my favorite podcast, or I can use this time to plan my day, or even just, this is a chance to practice patience. By changing your thoughts about the situation, you change how you feel about it, and that changes your experience of it. This is the heart of the law of attraction. It's about choosing your thoughts and feelings, and through that, shaping your experience of life. It's about focusing on what you want, not on what you don't want. It's about expecting good things to happen and being open to receiving them when they do. Now, this doesn't mean that if you think about $1 million will magically appear in your bank account. The law of attraction isn't about magical thinking. It's about aligning your thoughts, feelings, and actions with what you want to achieve. If you want to be wealthy, start by changing how you think and feel about money. Instead of thinking, I never have enough, try thinking, money flows to me easily. Instead of feeling anxious about bills, try feeling grateful for the money you do have, and then take actions that align with those thoughts and feelings. Maybe you start learning about investing, or you look for ways to increase your income, or you practice better money management. The law of attraction is about creating a mindset that allows you to recognize and seize opportunities. It's about cultivating the confidence to go after what you want. It's about developing the resilience to keep going even when things get tough. And here's the really amazing thing. As you start to change your thoughts and feelings, you'll notice that the world around you starts to change too. You'll find yourself having more positive interactions with people. You'll start to notice opportunities you might have missed before. You'll feel more confident and capable of handling whatever life throws your way. But remember, this is a process. It takes time and practice. You won't change your entire life overnight, but every positive thought, every moment of gratitude, every time you choose to see the good in a situation, you're taking a step in the right direction. You're planting seeds that will grow into the life you want. So, are you ready to start using the law of attraction to change your life? It begins with a simple choice. Right now, in this moment, you can choose to focus on the good in your life. You can choose to believe that good things are coming your way. You can choose to see challenges as opportunities for growth. Remember, the law of attraction is always working. It's up to you to decide what you want to attract into your life. So why not start attracting more positivity, more opportunities, more joy? The power is in your hands, or more accurately, it's in your mind and your heart. Use it wisely and watch as your life begins to transform. The power of positive thinking. Let's talk about why positive thinking is so important in the law of attraction. It's like choosing the right fuel for your car. If you put in low-quality fuel, your car won't run well. But if you use high-quality fuel, your car will perform at its best. Your thoughts are the fuel for your life. When you think negative thoughts, you're putting low-quality fuel into your mind. You might think, I'm not good enough, or bad things always happen to me. When you do this, you're telling the universe, hey, send me more reasons to feel bad about myself. And guess what? The universe listens. But when you choose positive thoughts, you're using high-quality fuel. You might think, I'm capable of great things, or good things are always coming my way. Now you're telling the universe, send me more reasons to feel good. And again, the universe listens. Here's a simple example. Let's say you have a job interview. If you go in thinking, I'm probably not qualified, or they won't like me, how do you think you'll act? You might be nervous, stumble over your words, or forget important things you wanted to say. But if you go in thinking, I have valuable skills to offer, or I'm going to do my best, you'll likely be more confident, speak more clearly, and make a better impression. The key is to start noticing your thoughts. When you catch yourself thinking negatively, gently guide your mind to a more positive thought. It's like training a puppy. When it wanders off, you gently bring it back. With practice, positive thinking becomes more natural. Remember, this doesn't mean ignoring problems or pretending everything is perfect. It means choosing to focus on solutions rather than problems, on what you can do rather than what you can't. It's about seeing the glass as half full instead of half empty. Now, let's talk about visualization. This is like daydreaming on purpose. It's a powerful tool in the law of attraction because it helps you focus on what you want and makes it feel more real to you. Here's how to do it. Find a quiet place where you won't be disturbed. Close your eyes and take a few deep breaths to relax. Then imagine what you want as if it's already happened. Use all your senses. What do you see? What do you hear? What do you feel? Let's say you want a new job. Imagine yourself walking into your new office. See the desk, the computer, the view from the window. Hear the sounds of your coworkers chatting. Feel the excitement and satisfaction of doing work you love. Make it as real and detailed as possible. The trick is to not just see it, but to feel it. Feel the emotions you'd have if this was really happening. Feel the joy, the excitement, the gratitude. These positive emotions are key to making the law of attraction work for you. Do this visualization exercise regularly, maybe for a few minutes each day. Over time, you'll start to believe more and more that what you're visualizing is possible. And when you believe it's possible, you're more likely to notice opportunities to make it happen. Remember, visualization isn't about escaping reality. It's about creating a clear picture of what you want, so you can recognize opportunities when they come. It's like programming your brain to look for ways to make your vision a reality. Now, let's dive into why feelings are so important in the law of attraction. Your feelings are like a magnet. They attract experiences that match how you feel. If you feel happy and excited, you attract more reasons to be happy and excited. If you feel worried and sad, you attract more reasons to worry and be sad. This is why it's not enough to just think positive thoughts. You need to feel positive emotions too. It's the feeling that gives power to your thoughts and really makes the law of attraction work. But how do you generate positive feelings when things aren't going well? It's not always easy, but it is possible. Here's a simple exercise you can try. Start by thinking of something that always makes you feel good. Maybe it's playing with your dog, or watching a beautiful sunset, or remembering a fun time with friends. Really focus on that memory or thought. Let yourself feel the good emotions it brings up. Now, while you're feeling those good emotions, think about what you want to attract into your life. Maybe it's a new job, or a loving relationship, or better health. Imagine having that thing while holding on to those good feelings. This connects those positive emotions to what you want, making it more likely to come into your life. Practice this regularly, especially when you're feeling down. It's like building an emotional muscle. The more you practice, the stronger you'll get at generating positive feelings, even in tough situations. Remember, your feelings are feedback. They tell you whether you're focused on what you want or what you don't want. If you're feeling bad, it's a sign to shift your focus. Ask yourself, what would I rather feel? What can I focus on to feel better? By managing your feelings, you're sending a clear signal to the universe about what you want to attract, and the universe always responds to the signals you send. Taking inspired action. Now that we've talked about positive thinking, visualization, and feelings, let's discuss an often overlooked part of the law of attraction: taking inspired action. Some people think that just thinking positive thoughts is enough, but that's only part of the picture. You need to act too, but not just any action, inspired action. What's the difference between regular action and inspired action? Regular action is when you do something because you think you should, or because you're forcing yourself to. Inspired action comes from a place of excitement and alignment with your goals. For example, let's say you want to start a business. Forced action might be making yourself cold, call potential clients, even though you hate it and feel anxious about it. Inspired action might be reaching out to a friend who's also an entrepreneur to share ideas, or attending a workshop on a topic you're passionate about. Inspired action feels good. It energizes you rather than draining you. It often comes as an idea or urge that feels right, even if it doesn't always make logical sense. Here's how to recognize inspired action. It feels exciting or brings you joy. It comes to you suddenly, like an aha moment. It aligns with your goals and values. It feels easy and natural, not forced. When you get an inspired idea, act on it quickly. Don't let doubt or fear hold you back. These inspired actions are often the universe's way of helping you move towards your goals. Remember, the law of attraction isn't about sitting back and waiting for things to happen. It's about aligning your thoughts, feelings, and actions with what you want. When you take inspired action, you're showing the universe that you're ready and willing to receive what you've been asking for. Even when you're practicing the law of attraction, doubts and negative thoughts can creep in. This is normal. Everyone has doubts sometimes. The key is how you handle them. First, don't beat yourself up for having negative thoughts. That just creates more negativity. Instead, gently acknowledge the thought and then choose a better feeling thought. Here's a simple technique you can use. Notice the negative thought. Thank your mind for trying to protect you, because that's often why we have negative thoughts. Ask yourself, is this thought helping me or holding me back? Choose a thought that feels better and is still believable to you. For example, if you catch yourself thinking, "I'll never succeed," you might thank your mind for caring about your success. Then you could choose a better feeling thought like, "I'm learning and growing every day," or "I've succeeded at things before and I can do it again." It's also helpful to have a positivity toolkit, a list of things you can do to lift your mood when negative thoughts take over. This might include listening to uplifting music, reading inspirational quotes, watching funny videos, going for a walk in nature, calling a supportive friend, Remember, the goal isn't to never have negative thoughts. That's not realistic. The goal is to not let those thoughts control you or hold you back. One of the biggest challenges in using the law of attraction is staying patient and trusting the process. We live in a world of instant gratification, but big changes and big manifestations often take time. Think of it like planting a garden. When you plant a seed, you don't dig it up every day to see if it's growing. You trust that if you've planted it in good soil, given it water and sunlight, it will grow in its own time. The same is true with the law of attraction. You've planted the seeds with your thoughts, watered them with your feelings, and nurtured them with inspired action. Now you need to trust that they will grow. This doesn't mean sitting back and doing nothing. Keep taking inspired action. Keep focusing on positive thoughts and feelings, but also trust that things are working out, even if you can't see the results yet. Here's a personal story to illustrate this. A few years ago, I was feeling stuck in my career. I started using the law of attraction, visualizing my ideal job, feeling the excitement of doing work I loved. For months, nothing seemed to change, but I kept at it, trusting the process. Then one day, out of the blue, a friend called me about a job opportunity. It wasn't exactly what I had visualized, but it felt right. I took the job, and it led me down a path that eventually brought me to where I am today, doing work I truly love. The point is, the universe often works in unexpected ways. Your manifestation might not come in the exact package you imagined, but if you stay open and trusting, you'll find that what comes is often even better than what you initially wanted. We've covered a lot in this video about how to change your life using the law of attraction. We've talked about the power of positive thinking, the importance of visualization, the role of feelings, taking inspired action, dealing with doubts, and the need for patience and trust. Remember, the law of attraction isn't a magic wand that instantly gives you everything you want. It's a tool that helps you align your thoughts, feelings, and actions with your desires. It helps you become more aware of the opportunities around you and gives you the confidence to seize them. Using the law of attraction is a practice. Like any skill, it gets better with time and effort. Some days will be easier than others, and that's okay. The key is to keep at it, to keep choosing positive thoughts, to keep visualizing what you want, to keep taking inspired action. As you practice, you'll start to notice changes. Maybe you'll feel more positive and confident. Maybe you'll start seeing opportunities you didn't notice before. Maybe things will start falling into place in unexpected ways. Remember, you have the power to shape your life. Your thoughts, your feelings, your actions, these are the tools you have to create the life you want. Use them wisely with intention and positivity, and watch as your life begins to transform. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the law of attraction. I hope you'll take these ideas and put them into practice in your own life. Remember, the universe is abundant, and there's more than enough success, happiness, and love for everyone, including you. Now, I'd love to hear from you. How has the law of attraction worked in your life? What changes have you noticed since you started applying these principles? Share your experiences in the comments below, and if you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe for more content on personal growth and spirituality. Until next time, keep thinking positive, keep visualizing your dreams, and keep taking inspired action. Your best life is waiting for you. Go out there and attract it.